Welcome to this episode of Wreck-It Recruiter. Katie McConnell Olson here, your resident Wreck-It, here to talk about how to mess up everything with hiring and human capital. And today we're talking about how HR cannot have a seat at the executive table. Brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and GrowthWise Search Partners, providing human capital and hiring solutions for rapid growth companies throughout the United States. And here we are, talking about how HR can just not get a seat at the table. And we're talking about this because I hear this common complaint all the time that human resource professionals don't have a seat at the table. They complain, the CFO and the CEO get a seat at that table for decision making, but HR gets left in the dust. So let's talk about some strategies for how HR can continue to stay out of those meetings. Because who wants to go to extra meetings anyways? Meetings are terrible. And there are better things that you could be doing. So why want to go? Influence is time consuming and is extra work. And you don't want extra work or to have your time taken up. So who needs the influence that goes along with it? So first of all, number one strategy for how to not get a seat at the table in those meetings is to not learn the numbers. Who wants to learn numbers? Gross. That's for accounting to do, right? Nobody wants to learn about how to read a balance sheet or a financial statement and understand how to speak the language of numbers when it comes to human capital. I mean, people are your biggest asset and you know that, but how much they cost really comes down to their salary and all that extra stuff, which is really about accounting and doesn't really have anything to do with human resources. So why should HR learn about the numbers or interface with accounting? Like, leave it to them, leave it to the CFO. Second of all, let's focus on right now and not on the future. I'm talking, what do we need today? Anticipating things coming down the pike in the future, like cost of living, raises, benefit increases, what's coming in 6 months during open enrollment from your broker, and kind of figuring out ways to hedge potential increases. Like, that's for the birds, right? If there's a big cost increase that comes down the pike, we can deal with it then. But my motto is don't worry about stuff that hasn't happened yet, because that just creates unnecessary stress. And then it's going to turn into meetings. I already told you nobody wants to go to extra meetings. So just worry about what's happening right now and don't worry about the future. Okay. Third of all, see, like I said, don't learn the numbers. See, retention. That's about spending money and not about cost savings. Okay. So spend, spend, spend. I'm talking parties, employee morale, cookies, expensive swag for the employees that's probably sitting in a supply closet, but still, in order to retain people, we need to spend money. And what kind of strategy we have behind how that ties back to ROI, like what does that mean anyways? Don't even worry about that. I'm just saying, ask accounting for money so that we can invest in our people because they are our most important asset. So it doesn't really matter as long as they're happy. Be proactive rather than, no, I said that wrong. Be reactive, yes, rather than proactive. And proactive is such a buzzword anyways. Like, that goes back to anticipating the future and blah, blah, blah. Just react. And I don't know about you, but if you work in HR, you know that it's a fire drill a minute. And so react shouldn't be that hard. So definitely stay in that mode and just react constantly. And then complain about it, which a Wreck-It Recruiter is one of our favorite things. If you're in kind of our little Wreck-It Recruiter university, if you will, it's all about doing things wrong and complaining about it. So definitely make sure that you're complaining and publicly as well to everybody. Lastly, do not collaborate across departments. If you aren't being proactive, this one should be pretty easy for you. But I need to say it anyways, because you know that one of the cornerstones of wrecking things is poor communication and putting your head in the sand. So again, operate in a silo. I like a little huff and puff also. Nobody understands. No one understands how hard this job is. That might be true. And just make sure that they keep on not understanding. And those are some really helpful and quick strategies on how HR cannot get a seat at the table for influence and decision making. Okay, so some of that may have resonated with you as things that maybe you're currently doing or some frustrations that you're currently hitting. So to take a deeper dive into how GrowthWise can help you through some of those obstacles so that the very important role of HR, talent acquisition, and human capital can have a seat at the table, let's chat. Click on the link in the description below for that little link to our website, and we'll be glad to help you. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.